So the SPY is setting up for a massive move heading into tomorrow. I'm going to be preparing you to trade the best setups at the best prices. Based off of the overall daily chart foundation that I'm seeing, it's going to be a very predictable, lucrative trading day heading into tomorrow. The most likely outcome is an overall strong bullish closing day. My number one focus is going to be to buy call options. I'm going to be explaining to you multiple game plans on how to trade the best setups at the best prices. Let's get straight into the unique price action trade analysis that I have for you. In terms of the end of this video, we're going to be going over the trades that we ended up making on the day. So in terms of the overall SPY, this is what I want to start off with, the daily chart foundation. So in terms of the daily chart foundation, it's not always going to have highly predictable lucrative trading opportunities. In terms of tomorrow, there's clear presence with the curriculum that I've created that there's a clear pattern on the SPY and it's likely going to repeat in a very similar cycle. I'll also be sharing with you the overall price ladder that you can use to determine if key levels are reacting bullish or bearish, right? So you can buy puts or calls in terms of that overall situation on the overall ladder. But starting off with the daily chart foundation, let's get into the overall pattern that I'm seeing right here, right? So in terms of the daily chart, you're going to see right here, SPY had a gap up, SPY had a gap up, trending up, very, very similar prices. And then you're going to see right here, we had some resistance form for about 3 days. And then we had this red trend reversal daily candlestick, Next day was a strong bearish closing trend day. And the high was very, very close to the previous closing price. Next day was a strong bearish closing trend day, and the high was very, very close to the previous closing price. So if this pattern continues to repeat in a similar cycle, the next day was a very strong bullish closing trend day. Now, in terms of pattern recognition, this is one of the strategies that I use. It's called measuring the move, and there's multiple ways to measure the move. But based off of this pattern, this is what I wanted to bring awareness to, and this is going to be the first game plan. So you're going to see right here the previous closing price is at 555.66. We ended up opening up at 549.83. So SPY had a massive gap down. And the open was at 549.83. The low was at 546.87, right? So in terms of the overall move, it had a small drop below the opening price, right? But if you were to measure the overall move, it was barely a drop, very, very small, right? So, we had a very, very small drop in terms of the opening price, about 3 points, nearly 3 points in terms of that overall situation, right? From the opening price. And then it was a strong bullish closing trend day. So this is going to be the first game plan. This is going to be an auto buy game plan. I reflected back throughout the daily chart history, and it said in terms of this overall pattern, if we have a massive gap down, it's likely going to be a strong bullish overall day. So it's going to be an opportunity to catch a falling knife. One of the ways that you can try to catch a falling knife with this overall pattern that I'm seeing, right? You can measure the move. So last time this happened, and we have a very similar pattern and price action, it was a 3-point drop. So in terms of the absolute lowest, I would say 3 points, right? Just going off the overall pattern and measuring that situation, right? So 2 to 3 points. 2 to 3 points below the open on a big gap down would be an auto buy zone for calls. Would the opening likely be a good price? Very, very likely. So that's the overall first game plan in terms of auto buying calls. And again, that's only for a massive gap down, like a bigger gap down. So we closed at 582.86. Going to want to see a big gap down to want to auto buy in that particular situation, right? And in terms of overall measuring, like I said, 2 to 3 points, but even the opening price is considered a good price to just buy and hold calls, put in your max risk per trade, hold the trade, set your profit stops when it goes green, right? We're trading for the overall trend. So if it goes red at first, it's not going to matter, especially if you're putting in your max risk per trade. The most you lose is what you put into the trade. So if the contract expire worthless and goes to zero, the most you lose is your max risk per trade, a couple percentage of your account, right? So with that being said, I would encourage you to leave runners in terms of that overall trade and then set profit stops, move profit stops up higher, but leave some size to run because it could be a massive, strong, bullish move. That is the first game plan if we have a massive gap down. Now, in terms of a smaller gap down, if we have a smaller gap down, let's get into the zones for calls. There's going to be 3 zones for calls. So these are my buy zones for calls, right? This zone is very, very special. And I'm going to, literally mirror back to you on why it's a very special zone, because this zone represents the same strategy where I literally told you in the last video, and in terms of, the members inside of Team Roar, they were well aware, man. I posted this on May 19th at 1:36 p.m. And this is what I had to say. The bottom of those wicks is a break and retest level that formed in extended hours. This was resistance right here at 589 in the extended hours trading session. The SPY had a massive breakout and never dropped back down to 589. So I made it very, very clear, man. I was looking at all these wicks. It's like a glitch in the fucking system, man. With the break and retest strategy, overreaction to the upside. SPY had a massive breakout above this extended hours level. Drops back down. The fucking glitch hits. The wicks hits. And then, this previous resistance to react to support. Extended hours level was never tested. Once it's tested for the first time, normal trading hours, it's likely going to bounce first, right? This is why I literally said, and if you go back and you watch my last video, it's literally all explained in there. We had the break and retest level that formed during extended hours, and that has not been tested during the normal trading hours. And I looked at these wicks and I was like, this is the glitch in the system. It's going to fucking bounce. It's just going to bounce. We're auto buying. I literally said 589 is the best level for calls this week to auto buy. Just this one message alone, with my system, with my strategy. This is on May 19th. You would have been buying call options automatically. You guys are well aware. I don't say that very, very often. This was a clear trade idea where you would have been in on calls automatically right here, 589. I said it was the best level. And if you look in terms of the mirror is showing very, very clearly that the SPY had bottomed exactly at my level. We bottomed at 588.42 and we went all the way to 593. That was a clear, as you can see, this was the resistance in the pre-market, right? And we had a massive breakout. These were the fucking wicks, the glitch that hit fucking during normal trading hours. And then when the SPY dropped back down and hit that level for the first time during normal trading hours, and look at the confirmation. I tell you this all the time. Green, red, green. You should have been in on calls right here. Ride it back up above that wick, sell into the move, set the profit stops, right? So losing is a personal choice. If you were red today, quit. Literally just quit. Losing is a personal fucking choice, man. I give you the game plan. I give you the auto buy levels. I give you the strategies. It works. So what is the excuse to be red? If you showed up with presence and used the overall game plan, losing is genuinely a choice. Now, in terms of why I bring this up because the same exact strategy that I just showed you could potentially hit if we gap down, right? And it's more oversold. And it just played out. So in terms of capturing trends, right? They're very, very likely to repeat themselves when short-term trends are repeating. And this has been a very strong strategy that I've been mentioning and using in every single video that I post and within my trading. You're going to see, here we go again. It's the same situation. There's support here. There's resistance right here. The SPY has a massive breakout above the resistance, right? And then you're going to see right here, there's literally support here, resistance here. The SPY has a massive breakout above the resistance, right? And then we have these fucking wicks. These wicks right here give me all the confirmation to literally just auto buy. I looked at this chart. I said, that's a glitch in the system. I'm just automatically buying fucking calls at these fucking levels. Don't even need to give out the alert. It's just automatically getting on the trade, right? So overreaction to upside, overreaction to downside, previous resistance to react to support, break, retest, quick reversal, right? Explodes up to fill the gap. Once the gap fills, has a reversal. Gap close reversal trading strategy. Should have been in on puts right here. Red, green, red. SPY filled the gap, 2 hours of resistance, literally my strategy, literally my system at a gap close reversal level. And then red, green, red, SPY sells off. We hit puts. We hit puts twice today. Absolutely crushed it. Multiple 100% profit returns. Going to be getting into that in terms of the end of this video. We crushed on puts. Puts was so easy, man. Losing was genuinely a choice. Red, green, red, gap close reversal, massive sell-off. Red, green, red, lower highs, massive sell-off. So today was textbook. Today was so fucking textbook with the mirror, with the curriculum of buying calls here and buying puts here. If you didn't see that, you guys need to reflect on all the videos. This was so fucking there. This was so obvious, right? And I bring this up because, again, we have the same situation if the SPY gaps down. So if we gap down, you're going to see this is going to be the buy zone. This is the first buy zone. Support 580, resistance 580, 150, massive breakout. When we drop back down, previous resistance to react to support. Break, retest to react to support. So in between this zone, it's likely going to bounce in reverse. And this has been working best and phenomenally when the SPY has a big breakout during extended hours, has the gap and go, and then it drops back down and it tests these extended hours levels during the normal trading hours. For the first time, it tends to reverse. If you use this information, you are going to be so green, and you're really going to start to question on why you're using other strategies when there's a simple system and presence right in front of you to print. I'm literally reflecting the mirror right back to you, man. I'm literally showing you extended hours resistance, gap up, gap and go, massive breakout, overreaction to the upside. And when it tests the extended hours resistance right here, where the massive breakout occurred for the first time during the normal trading hours, it tends to have a reversal. And these wicks, use wicks, man. I'm telling you, when there's wicks like this in the chart, it's great auto buy confirmations. I always pay attention to wicks, man. So with that being said, man, green, red, green is bullish. SPY uptrends fills the gap. I literally, green, red, green, break and retest, normal trading hours, bullish, buy calls right up to the gap. Red, green, red, resistance for 2 fucking hours is bearish, buy puts, gap close reversal, sells off. Red, green, red, lower highs, SPY sells off, right? So if we're having a small gap down, the first level for fucking calls is going to be 581. It's going to be 581.50 resistance to 580 support, likely to bounce first during normal trade hours test for the first time. Now, another level where I'm planning to buy calls. This is key. 578 to 577 is make or break support, very likely to bounce first at 577. And if we were to go below that, absolute best level would be 573 to 571. Those are all buy zones for calls. If one of the levels reacts bearish, we go down to the next level, meaning if we have a breakdown and retest, form bearish 30-minute candlestick patterns, lower highs, it drops down to the next level. If one of the levels reacts bullish, breakout, retest, forms the higher support, forms the bullish candlesticks, then we go up to the next level, right? So those are the ladders that I have for you on calls. Now, let's get into the gap up, right? So if the SPY has a gap up, what's going to be the game plan? And again, if that were to repeat in a very similar cycle, we don't have the strong. If that were to repeat in a similar cycle, the SPY would literally just fucking bottom towards this 581 to 580 on a small fucking gap down, and like I said, 578 to 577 is key, and if it key level to buy calls, and if it went below 577, next level for calls is all the way down here into the 572 to 570 range. So if we gap up, what is the game plan if we gap up? Calls is the game plan. So first level for calls if we gap up, right? So we know in a small gap down, that main zone we're looking at calls is going to be that 581. So if we gap up, the first overall level is going to be the previous closing price and extended hours low here. 582.20s to 582.86. If the SPY is maintaining around the previous closing price, forming support, forming presence, strong support presence, forming 30-minute bullish candlestick confirmations, small breaks, small retest, overall bullish confirmed uptrend, going to be buying calls towards that overall 582 to 584 range. If the SPY breaks above 584, reacts to support, that's going to be your first break and retest level. This is a very special level heading into tomorrow. 584 is very fucking special. And the reason why I say this is currently extended hours resistance. So if the SPY breaks above this resistance level that formed during extended hours, it's going to be a break and retest level. And if it drops back down during the normal trading hours, it's likely going to bounce and continue to uptrend, right? This is a very special level. I'm telling you, with these break and retest strategies, with these trend reversal strategies, very, very special to use extended hours levels and then trade the overall strategy the first time it is tested during the normal trading hours, right? So if the SPY breaks above fucking 584 and then we start coming back down. It doesn't have to be towards the exact level. It could be close, especially if you're seeing bullish confirmations, higher floor. That's completely fine. If it's not exactly at the level, use the best confirmations. It's completely fine. You don't have to nickel and dime things if the confirmation is fucking there. If it's proven to have higher support and the best confirmations, green, red, green, or other 30-minute candlestick confirmation, trend reversal, the break and retest confirmation, then just buy the calls at the higher level. It's simple. You got to show up with presence, not just at overall levels. Anyways, man, we form the higher support, break and retest is going to continue to uptrend, and that'd be the absolute best level, right? So your first break and retest level is 584, and that's very special because, again, it's extended hours, and when it tests for the first time during normal trading hours, it's going to fucking print, I'm telling you. So next level, this is a very interesting level as well. So if we break above 584, we go to the next break and retest level, which is going to be 586, right? Break above 586, drop back down, react to support. That's going to be your next break and retest level to buy calls, 586. Next level above that is going to be this right here, 587.70. That's your next profit target. This is where a massive move is summoned. If we go above 587.80, breakout, react to support, we go all the way up to the breakdown and retest level. We're despite a massive crash. This right here, this is a breakdown and retest. This right here is support, 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 support. It cracked the support level. When SPY spikes back up to react as a resistance, buying puts towards 591.40. In terms of game plans for puts, you can keep your eyes on 591. When these 591 puts literally go out of the money, they're likely going to quickly go back in the money for a quick scalp on puts. Just be aware we can potentially close strong. So if you take the opportunity on puts, then it's a quick scalp and nothing more in that particular sense. In terms of the nightly game plan, right? And then you can keep your eyes on 593 for another quick trade on puts. Just understand the overall trend is considered bullish. Doesn't mean it's going to close bullish at the highs, but the overall trend is considered bullish. And the best thing to focus on is oversold dip buying opportunities that I gave you and break and retest levels, the lower ones that I gave you, right? So that's the main game plan. That's the main game plan that you're going to want to use, man. I'm telling you, you use this information, you're going to be print money at the speed of light. You're going to be questioning on why you would use something else when you can use this one simple trading system with the curriculum that I've created. Now, this is a level later on. This is another interesting level for puts, this 596 to 595. Key extended hours resistance has not been tested. Another great level for overall puts, right? So that is the game plan, right? I gave you the best levels for calls. I gave you levels to try to scalp against the overall trend, right? On puts, I gave you some higher zones for puts as well. That would be the overall situation, right? Now, just understand this does not mean that the most likely outcome is going to happen. It's not going to happen all the time. And understand I gave you a ladder as well. So in terms of overall trading, you have to have a sense of an overall ladder. And I gave you the ladder. I showed you how I came up with it, right? So I'll quickly break this down here. This right here, and you can use this as well, like later into the week. But just understand in terms of the daily, night, in terms of the overall, game plans, they update and they explain to you how the levels, how this level can be considered bullish, how this most likely outcome is bullish, how this most likely outcome is bearish. It gets more advanced with overall levels in terms of identifying like strategy here, auto buy here. There's important updates, right? So make sure to subscribe to the channel. But in terms of just a price ladder, and just to understand that in terms of this price ladder, you can understand, like I said, if it's reacting bullish, if whatever you use to confirm if something's bullish, it goes up to the next level. If it's reacting bearish, then it goes down to the next level, whatever you use to confirm if it's bullish or bearish, right? And I explained to you the most likely outcomes and the strategies that we're planning to use at the overall levels. But just to give you the ladder, 570 to 571, that's a break and retest level, and it's a strong buy zone, right? But just 570 to 571, right? Key zone. Next level above that is going to be 577 to 578. That's a key support zone, likely going to be buying calls. And again, obviously, if it drops below that and then it starts to spike back up, break down and retest, buy puts, ride it back down, massive move. Starts at the bottom right here, buy calls, ride it back up, right? But you get the point. Overall ladder reacts bullish, bullish up to next move, bearish down to next move. Next level above that, above 578, what do we have? We have this level right here, very, very special, 580 to 581. This is a key extended hour zone that has not been tested. key extended hours levels that have not been tested could have reversals first, especially when they're aligned with strategies, break and retest. We have the break and retest at 581.50. This is a strong zone for calls, right? What's above that 581.50? Above that is going to be this extended hours support, 582 and 582.88.6, right? That's your overall previous closing price and key extended hours support that has not been tested. Now, your break and retest extended hours level, this is very, very special heading into tomorrow, especially since it's likely going to be an overall bullish day, 584.20, right? Break and retest extended hours. This extended hour zone is going to be golden for tomorrow. And if we gap down, this extended hour zone, a small gap down, would be golden for tomorrow. And if we had a massive gap down, this level right here would be golden for tomorrow, right? So I'm telling you, man, this is going to print like crazy. We're setting up for the most predictable opportunity. I'm showing up here, showing you that the market is literally, the market has literally given us a mirror. It's literally dropped a mirror. This is the most predictable setup you can possibly trade heading into tomorrow. It's going to be so predictable and so lucrative. The market doesn't drop this all the time. This is extremely rare. That's one thing you have to understand as well. When the market has a rare presence, you need to be dialed in and tapped into that. This is a very, very rare presence. This is a very, very rare pattern that we're looking at, right? Next level above 584, 586. Next level above that, and that's another break and retest level. Next level above that, 587.50, another break and retest level of calls. Next level above that, 591.50, breakdown and retest for puts. Next level above that, 593 gap close reversal. Next level above that, breakdown and retest, key extended hours resistance has not been tested. Breakdown and retest level has not been tested as well. 595, 596 overall zone puts, right? If one of the levels reacts bullish, we go up to next level. One of the levels reacts bearish, we go down to next level, right? And explains the most likely outcomes, even on a bullish day, likely to drop first at 591.50. 591 puts go out of money in money. 593 gap close reversal, small gap close reversal potentially, but it already played out, so not as ideal. It already worked. This would be phenomenal. This level right here, this 594.90, this would be literally the best overall zone for puts, especially like later into this week. There's a gap at 594.90. The SPY has been consistently reversing at all the gaps. If you go back historically throughout the past months, we've been reversing at gaps nonstop. We've been having break and retest nonstop during the extended hours trading levels. And when the SPY hits those extended hours trading levels for the first time, it reacts to support and has that bullish overall move, right? So this zone right here, gap close reversal, best level for puts, 594.81. It's aligned with a breakdown and retest during extended hours, key sign for reversal. And it's also aligned with a key resistance level at 596 that has not been tested. Best zone for puts. I'm telling you, this game plan, these levels are the absolute best. You're not going to find any better levels within the market. And I'm showing you the best setups at the best prices. So use the 10-day, 30-minute chart to confirm if it's bullish or bearish as well, unless it's like an order buy situation, right? So again, you can go back and reflect. Look at the 10-day, 30-minute chart. Look at it like it's a mirror. Just look at the 10-day, 30-minute chart and studied. Okay, SPY had a breakout, it had a retest. What did the 30-minute candlesticks look like, right? Made it very, very clear. This was the zone for calls right here. This was the zone I gave you to buy calls, 589, right? What did the 30-minute chart look like? Well, we had a breakout above the zone, and then SPY was starting to bottom and form support at the zone. Green bullish daily candlestick at the zone, bullish. Green, red, green, bullish, buy calls, right? Study and reflect the 10-day, 30-minute chart. Look at the mirror. Look in the mirror. Look for the patterns. When SPY had a reversal, when SPY was bottoming, what did the 30-minute chart look like? What were the patterns? What were the colors of the overall candles? What were the wicks like? Study the bottoms of the wicks. Study the tops of the wicks. This is visual. This is a visual representation. It's literally a mirror. Visually look at it. Measure moves. Study the bottoms, study the tops. Do the same thing for puts. When we had a gap close reversal, right here, SPY reversed at the gap. What did it look like? It formed resistance for 2 hours. Red, green, red, bearish pattern. Red, green, red, a reflection of this right here. Look, this is a true reflection, man. Look at this. There's a gap right here at 593. Red, green, red, resistance for 2 hours, bearish, buy the puts. If you weren't in puts right here, you genuinely lost if you're not buying puts around here. This was the best fucking opportunity for fucking puts right here, right? We had the red, green, red sell-off, right? And then you're going to see right here, this was support. You had support right here, support. Well, we had a breakdown. We cracked below the support. It spiked back up. Red, green, red, lower highs. Previous resistance to react, previous support to react as resistance, breakdown, retest, right? red, green, red, sells off, buy the puts. We absolutely crushed that. And there was a true mirror and reflection right here. Red, green, red, sells off, right? And that was aligned with a gap close reversal. This red, green, red was aligned with a breakdown and retest. All of the support, that's your breakdown. This is your retest, red, green, red, sells off. Same pattern right here, red, green, red, except this one was aligned with a gap close reversal instead of a breakdown and retest strategy. Two different strategies that you could have used on a bearish trend. You can also use these strategies on the inverse for a bullish fucking trend, right? And this gap was also aligned with a breakdown and retest. Support right here, breakdown, spike back up, retest, red, green, red, gap close reversal, breakdown, retest strategy, sells off. Support, breakdown, retest, red, green, red, sells off, right? Use all of this information. Capture all of the 10-day, 30-minute chart patterns. Study when SPY is having a gap close reversal. What does the 30-minute chart look like? When the SPY is having successful break and retest strategies, what does the 30-minute chart look like? And a key with that is, what I've noticed is the extended hours levels. I've noticed when it forms resistance in the pre-market and there's a strong breakout and it drops back down for the first time, testing that extended hours resistance during the normal trading hours tends to have reversals, especially on overreactions, right? Use this information. You are going to make so much fucking money, and you're genuinely going to question on why you would use any other system. You're also going to question on why other people aren't showing you this, you know, because like I said, this is my curriculum, and I'm literally looking at the market. I'm literally showing you I'm showing you a mirror. I'm showing you a reflection of the market on how you can use this to print money non-fucking stop, man. It's unlimited winning. It's unlimited fucking printing, man. So I would really encourage you to use this, because I'm telling you, your trading is going to level up like fucking crazy. You're going to level up a lot within your overall trading if you just use and apply this overall system that I'm showing you. So capture the 10-day, 30-minute chart patterns. Whatever's happening on the 30-minute chart, look for a pattern in the past 10-day, 30-minute chart. If we're having a breakdown retest, look for patterns where it had a successful breakdown retest. If we're having a breakdown retest, look for patterns where it had a successful break and retest. If we're having gap close reversal, look for patterns where it had a gap close reversals. Those are the top 3 strategies that I've been using to consistently make money within the market. The breakout and retest, the breakdown and retest, and the gap close reversals. And there's a lot of layers, there's a lot of cards within my deck to make sure that the strategy is going to work. And I already gave you some within this video. I told you the extended hours levels tested for the first time during normal trading hours, right? Overreactions, massive overreactions, key signals for reversals. You're going to see in terms of my overall style of trading, I like to trade reversals, and then I also like to capture the trends. In terms of capturing the trends, I'm not the type to buy first into the breakout, but I am the type to find the way to buy the falling knife or to try the reversal on calls. But once we're having a clear breakout and a retest, then I'll look to buy calls rather than on the first initial break, unless there's a strong signal using my daily chart foundation to just buy calls right away in the breakout. But in my experience with trading, I trade breakouts best when the trade is more, when the chart is more developed and there's a break and retest, rather than just trying to buy calls the first time it hits a resistance level or just buy calls into a spike, right? I like the break and retest. So these are the best strategies within the market from a technical view. This is very simple. This is very simple to do, and it works, but you got to stay clear and you got to stick with it, man, because I'm telling you, this works in this prints. And if you use this and you tune out all the noise, you're going to see this is the absolute best. Like I said, man, this right here is a genuine reflection. You know, for those of you watching this video, this is, I'm literally showing you a mirror. This is going to happen over and over again. This isn't by accident. We're the absolute best. The bottom of those wicks, the bottom of these fucking wicks, I'm showing you this and I'm repeating this because this is worth a lot. Not just a lot of money, but it's worth a lot of presence within the market. Do you understand? A lot of eyes within the market. A lot of money within the market at these levels. This is worth a lot. Fucking liquidity. This is worth a fuck ton. I'm putting you on to the best fucking system that is simple. That is simple. The market doesn't have to be advanced. It's very, very simple. Extended hours fucking resistance, right? Is written out. May 19th. It's in the fucking game plan. The bottom of those wicks is at a break and retest level. These wicks caught my attention during normal trading hours 3 fucking times. I'm saying, man, 3 times the charm. I'm auto buying calls at these fucking levels, man. That's presence. There's resistance in the pre-market. Okay, so there's resistance during extended hours level, right? So right here, there's resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. SPY's dropping, SPY's dropping, SPY's dropping, right? There's a massive breakout, gap and go. Bigger the overreaction, the better. Quicker the fall, the better. This is what you want. I'm showing you gold. What I'm showing you is worth a fucking fortune. And I understand, it's very, very simple, but there's layers to the simplicity. But in terms of just, if you just do this, extended hours resistance, massive breakout, the bigger the breakout, the better. And it can last very, very long and just keep on going, or it could be just a massive quick breakout, right? So if it's a massive quick breakout, what do you want? You want it to drop back down just as quick as it went up. So if it had a massive breakout for a couple hours, what do you want it to do? And then it stopped. You want it to start to drop back down in a couple hours, right? Now, if it's a longer breakout, say it's a longer breakout for 1 day or 2 days, what do you want it to do? You want me to quickly lose it. You want me to quickly lose all those gains. So let's say it's just uptrended for fucking days or fucking weeks, but it lost all of its fucking gains in a quicker period of time. That's what you want. You want it to lose its gains quickly in a quick period of time. If it just uptrended for like a couple days or a week straight, but it lost all those fucking gains in like 2 days, that's fucking amazing too, right? You can use it in a long way, use it in a short way, in terms of the overall length, right? But the point is, you want it to have a massive move to the upside when it breaks above extended hours resistance, and then you want it to quickly lose all those gains. So if it had gains for days or weeks, if it lost them in a quick period of time compared to the overall, time it took to make those gains, then that's an overreaction to the downside, and that's what you want. A quick overreaction to the upside, a quick overreaction to the downside, right? That's what I meant there, quick overreaction to the downside, and then it's likely to have a reversal when it drops back down to auto buy, right? And instead of just auto buying, you can use confirmations, right? This right here, this is a breakout. This is higher support. You can see right here, you got resistance, 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 breakout, retest, wick, 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 higher support, green bullish daily candlestick, breaking above this resistance right here, bullish, red, green, red, bullish, buy the calls, ride it up to fill the fucking gap. Once the gap fills, 2 hours of resistance, red, green, red, def candle facing to the downside, gonna sell off. It cracked the support at 588 to 587. Once we spike back to the support, previous support to react to the resistance, red, green, red, SPY starts to sell off. We print nonstop. Everything I'm showing you, we capture in real time. And we have the best system to trade using this overall system. We buy 0 to 8 far the money option contracts. It's the best asset class to be trading. It's cheap, it's low risk, it gives you the biggest percentage gains. But like I said, this is why I said it, man. Like I said, take a fucking screenshot of this. It's literally a fucking frame. It's literally a fucking mirror. Everything I'm explaining to you, it's going to happen over and over again. And you should genuinely start to question why the fuck aren't you capturing this every single fucking time it happens? It's the best fucking setup at the best fucking price. It doesn't get better than that, man. So what the fuck I just showed you is how you go green 9 out of 10 fucking times. It's how you trade in a way where you realize losing is a genuinely personal fucking choice if you stick to this fucking system. And that's your fucking choice. I'm the one showing you the mirror, There's levels to this. I'm showing you the mirror. I fucking become the fucking mirror. So with that being said, man, if you're serious about making money, make sure you use this information. Because I'm telling you, you show up to the market with presence with this, you're going to print non-fucking stop, man. You're going to print non-fucking stop. And the market gives us these opportunities every single fucking week. Compound your account, risk management 101. Losing's a personal fucking choice, man. If you keep on losing, then you should start cutting. Start cutting strategies out. You should start figuring out what the fuck works. If you're losing fucking money, less is fucking more. You start with fucking that. What do I need to cut out? Why am I getting all these bullshit fucking notifications? Why am I making all these bullshit fucking trades? Why am I over trading? Why am I making these bad fucking setups? If you're losing fucking money, start cutting. Start fucking cutting. When people lose money, they start adding. They start adding all of a million fucking things. Oh, I need this indicator, all this educator, I did all. Why don't you focus on fucking cutting out all the fucking noise, all the fucking bullshit, and start tuning the fuck in to a fucking mirror, to something that's fucking real. Tune the fuck in, man. Understand? People in this market, they show up with very strong signals, very strong frequencies, laser sharp in their fucking field, man. And they make sure their frequency, their fucking field, they make sure ain't no fucking bullshit is stepping into their fucking field. If something steps into their field that they don't fucking want, it's going to bounce right back off. They're going to make sure that everything is going to be aligned within their favor to be trading within the overall market, man. So make systems with your time. Be very, very strategic on how you trade within the overall market. Use systems. Now, in terms of this overall, this is a fucking system. You could literally just fucking set a fucking price alert right fucking here. You click create the price alert, set the fucking alert, And then you get the alert, you auto buy the calls at that particular level, man. And then you can use confirmations too. There's so many systems, so many different ways to think about how you want to, trade within the overall market and test and experiment with it as well. So anyways, let's get into the trades, man. So in terms of the trades, that was an auto buy that worked out fucking phenomenal, man. If people don't want to trade the auto buy as well, you're missing out on it's the best fucking trade, literally. That was fucking perfect. Now, in terms of the overall trades, man, these were the trades that I ended up making. So, as you're going to see right here, so 586 calls at 100 cents. I bought these 586 SPY calls at 100 cents at 2:03 p.m. And in terms of this overall trade, I quickly added. It dropped a little bit. I added to 95 cents, got in towards the exact lows. It went to 142 cents. The calls went up 50%. The calls went up like 50% from my entry, nearly 50% from my entry. So when we add to a trade, it doubles the gains. When we're up 15%, set a profit stop. Move the profit stop up higher to ensure that when the market has a massive move against your trade, you get profit stopped out instead of experiencing the entirety of that massive move. Instead of experiencing going green to red, you have the profit stop set up, right? So make sure you use that information that I just provided to you when you trade with us. You can also detach. You can detach some of your position size, 20, 30%, right? Some of your position size from your profit stop. And the size that's detached from that, you decide where you want to sell. Where do you want to sell it? You have to have security set in the profit stop. You have to move it up to secure that security to not give it all back. And then you detach some of your position size from that overall profit stop. And that's where you decide to sell. Do you want to sell some at key levels, key strategies where we can, it could be a drop zone, could be a buy zone, cut at the overall zone, key trend reversal zone, key levels to be exiting, in the money. Everybody knows when a play goes in the money, obviously we're trimming. Whenever a trade goes in the money, we trim. If it quickly goes out of the money, then it's going to lose a fuck ton of gains. And if we just had a massive move and it quickly goes in the money, then fucking start trimming in the money. Everybody knows this, right? I'm giving you the tips, the overall system, what to do. So that trade, that was the first trade on the day. If you added to the wins, man, you could have doubled the gains, and that went up 40% at the speed of fucking light. That was phenomenal, man. Now, in terms of the next trade, this was a YOLO. This wasn't a let's buy. So YOLO's 50-50. This is a more lower confidence overall trade, but the YOLOs can make massive gains, so they're worth taking in a sense, right? Obviously, if you have a smaller account, be a bit more cautious on the YOLOs. But in terms of this YOLO, it didn't work out. I bought 587 calls. It didn't work out. I don't normally do this, but I did end up exiting the calls. The reason why I exited these calls is because I saw absolutely no way that they would survive with us. I saw a massive shift in the trend, and it just didn't make sense to hold them. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right all the time when I do that, but I was right. So I exited those calls. I cut the loss, and then this was the second one on the day. So I went 2 for 3. In terms of trading 0-day options, 2 for fucking 3, 67% win rate. When you're making these type of massive gains, and like I said, I cut the loss earlier as well, it's fucking massive. In my win, I doubled the win. So this was a very successful green day, right? So, with our overall system trading 0 days, you could be extremely successful trading 0 days with a win rate as low as 30%. But anyways, if you can't be successful going 2 for fucking 3, don't fucking trade. You have no fucking risk management. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like a 67% win rate, you should be green at the speed of light. Plus I added to the fucking winner. That all fucking is just like, we have the system, man. Let's buy SPY 583 puts for 66 cents. So I bought these puts at 66 cents. I exited 587 calls. And then in terms of these puts, this was my best trade the overall day. I ended up selling half at 130 cents. SPY closed directly. We get the lows, like I said. It was a phenomenal fucking trade. We fucking crushed it. So that's what I ended up doing, man. It was a pretty good day overall. In terms of GROAR, this is what GROAR ended up doing. So as you can see, we got a real-time 0-day options trade alert system inside of Team Roar with updated game plans. Where to go short, where to go long. You can use both game plans, both perspectives. We have a lot of similarities. And you're going to see that, you get updated key levels as well. So you can plug this in on your chart on Thinkorswim. You could plug this in. It automatically plugs into your chart. Now, 9:40 a.m. SPY puts, 586 SPY puts for 55 cents a contract, right? So these puts, they're at 55 cents, right? What I dislike about this is, man, GROAR literally bought fucking puts. This was just so out of alignment. The last video, we were very in alignment, especially with the game plan. I was really, really proud that he bought calls, but in terms of like the curriculum and what I teach and everything I said, he decided to buy fucking puts it open. And at first, it didn't work out. But everybody knows we don't use stop loss. But in terms of like my disappointment in that, I mean, I'm fairly disappointed in that because I was literally an auto buy level for calls. We had the break, we had the retest, and this is a key trend reversal pattern in green, red, green. But this is what Gior, decided to do. He decided to buy puts instead, right? So that was out of alignment. And in terms of that situation of the overall of my overall game plan and what I was, mirroring and reflecting within the market. But ended up buying 586 buy puts for 55 cents a contract. And in terms of this overall trade, the puts went in the money. These 586 buy puts went in the money, and they went all the way to 310 cents, right? So this was a phenomenal fucking trade. Literally right fucking here at 55 cents, adding at 36 cents, adding at 32 cents, and then selling at 236 cents deep in the fucking money. So in terms of G-Roar in presence and rarity, this is what I've learned from him in that sense, and this is something that in terms of experiencing and seeing, I've never seen anyone trade in this type of way, right? And a key to doing this as well is not just to have big fucking balls, but it's to not set a stop loss. And in order to not set a stop loss, you have to put in your max risk per trade. The most you lose is what you put in, so you don't feel the need to exit it, because if you trade in the trend, you have the entire day for the trend to go with in your favor. I was a bit disappointed that we were out of alignment in terms of like timing and my morning game plan. But in terms of the situation, the trend worked both ways. My game plan worked for calls. His game plan worked for puts. And a very clear point here is system. His system worked for puts. The system we use, it allows you to hold a loser. These puts were fucking worthless. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in something? Can you imagine experiencing something? Just imagine, being something, experiencing, and it's just absolute worthless. But then all of a sudden it comes back to life, and then it's a fucking diamond, and it's worth a lot. It happens all the time. There's things that appear to be worthless. There's something that appears to be worthless. There's something, in terms of this trade could have been worthless. It could have been a terrible trade. Could have sold for a loss. Could have set a profit stop. But like I said, we have systems. There's a reason why we went in the market. This just goes to show you. So in terms of today, it was a massive bullish trend in the morning, but then once we filled the gap, and that was in alignment with the curriculum that I teach, gap close reversal, red, green, red, the curriculum that I'm trading literally how I teach you, show you how I trade, red, green, red, gap close reversal, right? So the beauty of this is it shows you, one, trading the trend. And the fact that this worked, on an overall situation where it's a bullish trend at first, then it switched to bearish, fucking amazing. It was a choppy day at first, then it turned into a very bearish day. But the point being is having a system. If we didn't have this system, we would have been stopped out. If we didn't have this system, we would have sold for a loss. But we have a system, Risk Management 101, where we buy something that's cheap, something that's very, very low risk. Add in at 55 cents, add it at 32 cents, add it at 36 cents, and we hold the trade. So if it expires worthless and goes to zero, the most we lose is what we put in, right? And what you can make is unlimited profit potential. And the way we protect our wins, right? We protect our losses by putting in your max risk per trade. The most you lose is what you put into the 0-day option contracts, couple percentage of your account. Traders who use stop loss get stopped out, and what do they lose? They lose their max risk per trade. 0-day option traders, like us, who buy cheap, low-risk 0-day option contracts, what do we lose? Our max risk per trade. Except with us, we don't use a stop loss. If the contract expires worthless and goes to zero, the most we lose is what we put in to the trade. The most we make is unlimited profit potential. So even on an overall choppy start that took for fucking ever, as long as we're right about the trend, eventually the trade's going to go green. We do go far out of the money, where it's very, very cheap and low risk, but not far out enough to where it's not going to go deep in the money. So this is a great representation of the system, of the style of trading, and on big fucking balls. In terms of trading, it's very, very rare to find a trader who found a way to hold for that fucking long, And that's another thing that makes us different, and that's where G-Roar truly stands out as well, is the length of holding the trades, Holding a trade for that long, but having a risk management 101 system that lets you hold the trade even if you're down 99%, still holding the trade, using the right broker who doesn't, get you out of your option contracts automatically like Robinhood will do, right? At times with the 0 dates, right? Use the right brokers, think or swim, right? Charles Schwab, use the right brokers with overall options, right? I mean, that's who we use. If you want, you can look into other options. You can research, interactive brokers. But we use Thinkorswim Schwab. Now, with that being said, man, in terms of this overall trade, this was literally risking 6,150 on 150 contracts to fucking sell them for $35,400, a $29,250 profit. Do you understand? We are in right fucking here, 586 buy puts for 55 cents. We are adding right here at 36 cents. We are adding right here at 52 cents, right? So when we add, what do? It's like adding an extra R multiple, adding an extra max risk per trade. You add, you double your gains. You add again, you triple your gains, right? So this goes to show you it is the highest risk to reward ratio in the market. In terms of that situation, literally just risking 6K to make 35,000 back. That's $29,000 in fucking gains, right? Losing is a genuine fucking choice, man. Just fucking amazing. Who the fuck do you know is printing like us at the speed of light? Who do you know has a system that allows you to trade the trend to make the biggest percentage gains in the cheapest, lowest risk ways? Do you understand? This is presence showing up within the market. Our group is at all-time highs. We had a ton of members join, even though I didn't post a video. That's presence. That's presence showing up. I don't have to post a video. People will join. This is fucking amazing. Our group is growing nonstop at all-time highs. Our trading is getting better and better. We are evolving. We are leveling up every single day, man. This is stillness, man. This right here, this is a representation of fucking stillness, Look at this. Buying 586 buy puts right here at 9:40 a.m. Puts are dropping. No sellers since open. Adding to the fucking losers, doubling the position size. We normally don't add to losers, but in this situation, added to the losers. Adding, and then coming back later saying in the fucking money, and then just selling at the speed of fucking light, man. I'm fucking telling you, man. That's fucking stillness. That's another thing, man. Some people say, oh, man, you got to have big balls to hold. And you're right. You do have to have fucking balls to hold. But part of it is also stillness. Being present in stillness is a very, very rare thing to do, man. Some people, they're still, but they're not present. To be present and still, to have presence and stillness, that's a very, very rarity, man. So like I'm saying, man, big shout out to G-Roar for doing that, man, because that's just fucking amazing, man. Like, who the fuck do you know is fucking doing that, man? So, those were the trades that we ended up making. And as you can see, we are the absolute best. If you want to trade alongside us, it's the first link down below within the description. You gain access to our real-time zero-day options trading alert system. You gain access to our trades. You gain access to our secure network, our private community, right? And we're never going to direct message you, So when you join, there's going to be bots who try to DM you. You can go on Discord. This is a big problem with not just Discord, with all community platforms in a way. This is a big problem with platforms that offer community chats is the direct messages, right? We will never direct message you. It's made very, very clear. We will never direct message you. If you're getting an offer, if you're getting a money request, if you're getting a link, impersonator, bot, it's all fucking scams, all right? So if you don't want to get any of that shit, just go to your settings, go to your user settings, go to your friend request, and literally just uncheckmark everyone in friends of friends. And then these fucking scammers are not going to be able to fucking message you. And like I said, we will never message you. I will never direct message you. I'm not going to send you a friend request, and you can't send me a friend request. You can't message me either. It works both fucking ways. That's how I have my settings set up, right? If someone wants to fucking try to chat or try to reach with us, they can do so in the community, not the outside fucking noise where there's scammers and there's fucking bots and there's impersonators, right? So it's just very important to understand that, man. And like I said, do not get involved with DMs. It's all fucking scams. This is the only thing we offer. It is the first link down below in the fucking description. You need to understand. In our group, you need to be fucking smart. You need to be fucking sharp, man. We're the absolute best. When you're the absolute best and you're operating in and you have that community aspect, all the fucking scammers are in the fucking DMs, man. And if we have a scammer who comes in our group, then we gotta fucking figure out fucking scammer, and then we got to ban the person, right? But the point is, we're not going to DM you. Do not get involved with the DMs, man. This fucking shit is at all fucking time highs because we are the absolute fucking best. This is what comes with being the fucking best, man. People try to fucking rage you. People try to fucking scam your members. This is what happens, man. Our community is growing non-fucking stop at all fucking time highs. And when that fucking happens, people try to fucking scam and do all this fucking shit. That's why I say, man, this is the only thing we provide. Anything else is a fucking scam. We're not going to fucking DM you. We're not going to give you fucking links. We're not going to do any of this fucking shit. This is the only thing. This right here, Team Roar, is the first link down below in the description of the YouTube video. This is the only thing we are currently offering at this point in time. Do not get fucking scammed, man. Very, very clear, man. You got to be very, very sharp and very, very fucking aware, especially if you're involved in a fucking community, man. A community secure private network. So, just want to make that clear. It's the first link down below in the description. We buy cheap, low risk, far out of the money 0-to-8 option contracts. We sell them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains. We rarely add to losers. If we're down 50% on a play, if we're down like 50% plus, I mean, look, this just goes to show you everything I've been fucking saying, everything we've been saying and showing you has been coming true. It's literally like a fucking mirror. That's why I'm telling you guys, look at the fucking reflection, look in the fucking mirror, man. And you can learn, it's possible to become the fucking mirror. That's the point I've hit, man. There's so many different versions of fucking mirrors, man. There's so many different fucking versions of mirrors. I finally hit the fucking version where I've become one. It took a long fucking time to figure that out, but I finally hit it. I become one. And man, it's fucking amazing to become that fucking mirror, man. And there's all different kinds of types of mirrors as well. But anyways, man, like I said, this just goes to show you, we buy something that's cheap, low risk, right? It goes fucking worthless, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's our max risk per trade. Most we lose is what we put into trade. We don't sell for the loss, right? Fucking stillness, holding with fucking balls, showing up with fucking presence, boom. The trade goes in the fucking money, taking fucking profits, locked in the fucking gains, man. Hold the trade, man. The stillness, the presence, the fucking silence. It's a work of fucking art. It's a fucking work of fucking art, man. It's a fucking masterpiece, man. This is just fucking, there's nothing like this, man. There's absolutely nothing like this. Do you understand? This trade is literally like a fucking mirror. It's like a fucking portal. It's like a fucking portal. It's like a fucking reflection. Man, you guys need to see all of that, man. You need to see all of that, man. Do not trade emotional, man. Do not trade fucking emotional. So, comes back to like when we're down 50 to 90% on a trade. 50 to 90% on a trade. When we are down, when we're down on a trade, that's literally down over 50% plus, 90% plus when it's down a fuck ton percentage-wise, right? It comes back to life and it goes green 70% of the time. Another reason why we don't sell for losses. 7 out of 10 times, it comes back to fucking life. Out of those 7 times, sometimes it's going to be massive fucking wins. And then sometimes we'll buy a second strike. If we didn't time the first one accurately, instead of adding to the loser, we'll typically buy a second strike. That'll be at the exact fucking lows both will fucking print. This is the beauty of trading the fucking trend. Sometimes there's 2 fucking trends. Like today, there was an uptrend and there's a fucking downtrend, like a chop situation, but the overall trend ended up being bearish. But there was great opportunities for calls using the mirror that I gave you in the overall game plan and video inside the Roar chat, right? So this is what the fuck we do. We do this every single fucking day. Every single fucking day, right? Whether a video is posted, whether it's not, we show up. Every single fucking day, we fucking do this. This is what the fuck we do. We print money nonstop. We have the best real-time 0-to-8 option trading system on the fucking planet. 90% plus of our customers choose to stay with us every single month. They don't cancel the subscription. Only 10%, the lowest churn rate within the overall industry, leave every single month. 90% of our clients stay every single fucking month. We have the absolute best real-time 0-to-8 option trading alert system. We have the best real-time 0-to-8 options trading alert community who's dedicated to mastering the system, who's dedicated to mastering options, man. I'm fucking telling you, man. Our fucking community, the people I've seen leveling up, man, it's fucking amazing. Like I said, for those of you who are new and stuff like that, I'm just fucking telling you, man, dude, you guys need to understand all of the fucking snakes, all of the fucking scammers are in the fucking DMs. These people are fucking sick. They look at new members, they look at messages, they try to find a way in, whether it's emotional or some shit. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. That's why I'm trying to fucking tell you guys, don't get involved with fucking direct messages. Fucking scammers, man. Oh my God, so many fucking scammers, man. And especially with the fucking impersonators. Do not get fucking involved with impersonators. I am not going to fucking message you. G-Roar, we're not going to fucking message you. We're not going to fucking send you, fucking links, fucking all this shit. Look, At the end of the day, this is the only thing we fucking offer, is this. If it's not fucking this, we're not fucking associated with that. You understand? You're getting fucking scammed. If it's not fucking that, you're getting fucking scammed. So, like I said, man, we don't do that direct message stuff. Do not get involved with that. You can change your settings. You know, if it was under our control, we have our server. You know, we've made it extremely secure, right? If we could control that aspect where we can turn that off for you, you know, we would do that in a sense. I've looked at all the settings. I've done everything in that aspect in terms of the settings of like disabling DMs, autobot disabling DMs, all that stuff. But I'm telling you, scammers outside of the group, impersonators, bots, it's very, very real, man. With bots, as soon as people join, they fucking bot. There's so many fucking accounts. This is what comes with being fucking successful. This is what comes with having a network and having a community, right? It's just something you gotta understand. This is the problem with the fucking Discord platform. But you know, if you're getting involved in the platform, it's on Discord. So, you know, you have to take some responsibility and accountability if you're joining the Discord server to make it secure for your fucking self. That's why I said, you know, like I said, if we could do it for you, I would literally do it for you, man. But just go to your fucking user settings. You go in your user settings, right? Go to your friends, friend request, just turn off everyone and just turn off fucking friends of friends. If you turn that off, the only people who can add you in that way, you know, are the people in the server, right? And like I said, these impersonators, we're never gonna fucking message you or anything like that. If you don't want anyone in the server to add you, turn that off. If you don't want anyone to DM you, turn that fucking off. Be fucking aware, man. Be fucking aware. I'm fucking telling you, man. If a new fucking beginner joins our fucking group, or if someone joins our fucking group and they're not aware of fucking platforms and Discord and DMs, like, I'm telling you, man, this shit is very fucking real. We're instilling max. It's written right here on the fucking channel when you join the fucking group. Like, people got to be sharp and people got to be fucking aware, especially if you're getting involved within a community, man. The problem with community chats is if it's not on a custom built platform, you know, random fucking people could DM and scam fucking members. That's the biggest issue with that shit, man. That's why I'm bringing a lot of awareness and a lot of presence to this, because we don't want to see anyone getting fucking scammed, man, because it's a very real problem, man. I'm telling you, when you hit the fucking top, man, you get targeted in the crazy fucking ways. Do you understand? These fucking bots are watching my fucking videos and they're literally creating fucking AIs, trying to fucking talk like me, trying to fucking scam my members, man. It's fucking insane. Some of the messages that I fucking saw today, the way they're fucking talking, they're literally acting like they're fucking me in my way, my fucking videos, man. This shit is fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, this is fucking crazy, you know? This shit is like fucking... You know, who knows? Maybe one day I disappear from this channel and a fucking AI runs it, man. Who the fuck knows, man? But, you know, I like doing what I'm doing. I'm just fucking saying, man, these bots and all these fucking scammers, they target people's emotions. They target new fucking members, and they're basically trying to create fucking AIs of me. This shit is fucking crazy, man. It is heavily fucking targeted, and they're out to fucking scam, because I'm telling you, this fucking group is evolving and leveling up like fucking crazy, you know? So if we're the fucking best and there's scammers and all this other shit, they're gonna start fucking leveling up. They're gonna try to fucking level up. They say, oh, what can we do? Fucking AIs, all this shit. I'm telling you, it's fucking wild, man. That's why that's in terms of one of the reasons, like, that's why I don't have DMs enabled. I can't even fucking, if I want to DM someone, I can't. My settings don't allow me to DM people. I could change my settings, but I don't. I keep my settings like that. I don't want to get involved. I'm good. We keep our network inside of here. We keep this secured. Outside of there, that's all fucking noise, man. And me, I'm not involved in that noise, man. If I get involved in that noise, it's all fucking, I'm not involved in that bullshit. That's all fucking noise out there. I ain't involved in that fucking noise, man. You know? We got notifications turned on our channels. I want the notifications. I don't want no bullshit fucking bot, some fucking scammer notifying me or some fucking shit. Like, I want my fucking shit signal as clear as fuck. I don't want no random fucking people messing me. You know? The fuck, man? I show up with presence. This is my presence. My presence is, you can't DM me, I can't DM you. That's my fucking presence. Want to fucking chat? It's in the group. It's in the fucking group chat, right? You know? Within time, when I start my own fucking when I start my own overall my own overall channel and educational company, like I said, man, I'm looking at Telegram, because in Telegram, like I already explained to you guys in the last video, if I start my own Telegram and it's a view only channel, this right here is what you're seeing is a view only channel, and there's no community chat. This is community chat. This is a network, right? If it's just a view only channel and it's in Telegram, then the bots, they're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to do this shit. It'll be secured. The user list will be private, and if I wanted to, the members who have access to me, they could literally tap on my profile. They could send me a message in the overall Telegram, right? That's just, something that I'm speaking about in the potential future, man. Like I'm saying, all this shit is just fucking crazy. Like I said, fucking bots will try to target all this shit. It's fucking crazy. Like I said, man, the stuff we offer is the first thing down below in the description of the fucking videos, the YouTube description, right? This is the only thing we fucking provide. Do not get fucking scammed, man. Whatever the fuck I say, these bots, these fucking shit, people are creating fucking AIs of all the shit I'm fucking doing. This shit is crazy, man. That's why I said these fucking videos are worth a fucking fortune, man. People use them for different fucking reasons. There's people using my fucking videos to try to scam people. It's fucking crazy, man. They use my language to create AI in my church to try to fucking scam people, It's fucking crazy, man. So it's the first thing down below in the description. If you want to print money at the speed of fucking light, if you want to experience a group that's actually fucking real, that actually fucking trades, that actually fucking makes money, that shows up every single fucking day, that's just like, you join our group, you're going to question on why you're in any other fucking group. If you want to see through all the fucking illusions, if you want to see through all the fucking illusions, all the delusions in this fucking industry, all the fucking bullshit in this industry, you want to find out what's real, if you want to see real fucking trading, if you want to experience real fucking trading, it's the first thing down below within the description. We're the absolute fucking best. Nobody is on our fucking level of fucking zero date options trading. Cheap, low risk, zero date options, max risk per trade, what we put into the trade. Most we lose is what we put into the trade, our max risk per trade. We add to winners, we set profit stops. We set profit stops to ensure that we don't go green or red. We add to winners to double to triple the gains. And we move the profit stops up higher to ensure that, we get profit stopped out at that profit stop. If the market has a big fluctuation against us, well, we don't experience that full fluctuation. We experience getting profit stopped out, same way people experience getting stopped out right away. But we set a profit stop, we win. They set a stop loss, they lose. Our contract expire worthless goes to zero. We lose our max risk per trade. Same way people lose a max risk per trade when they get stopped out. We have the entire day for the contracts to go green to set a profit stop. We have the entire day for the trend to work within our favor. We trade the trend. Do you understand? We are the absolute best. We have the highest win rate in the game. Every single day is going green. Do you understand? The day I didn't post, it was a phenomenal green day. I don't have to post every single day if I don't want to post every single day. It's by fucking choice. I love what I do. I show up with presence. But yeah, if there's a day I'm not going to post a video, then it is what it fucking is. You know what's fucking crazy? I didn't post it. You know what's fucking amazing? I didn't post a fucking video, but guess what? The video fucking worked. Ain't that something? It's like a fucking mirror. It's like a fucking reflection. He didn't post the video. What did you do? Did you take the trade? Did you auto buy the calls? It's like a fucking test. Tested the fucking mirror. I gave you the mirror. I dropped you the fucking mirror. If you watch the fucking video, I didn't post the day before. He was like, whoa, where the fuck did he go? Why didn't he post? Fucking winning nonstop. I don't have to post every day if I don't want to. This is, I love what I do, but you guys need to understand as well. Like, I do a lot. I do a lot behind the scenes. I have a life to live, man. I'm holding and operating. I'm holding a very high frequency. And like I said, I became a mirror, and there's just so much more I'm becoming within my evolution, and it's fucking amazing. And I'm living my life, and I'm showing up in my presence and in my stillness, and it's fucking amazing. There's so much more to this fucking screen. There's so much fucking more, But anyways, man, I dropped you the fucking mirror. I dropped you the mirror. I didn't make another video, but I dropped you the mirror. I said this was the fucking zone. I told you, calls, break, retest. I dropped the mirrors. I dropped a mirror in the chat too. I dropped a mirror in the chat. I already showed you the message. With the wicks. And this was, like I said, the chat always gets the first insight, 100% in real time, but I dropped it in the video too. This was a mirror too. I'm dropping all the fucking mirrors, man. So if you're not taking advantage of the mirror, like, look at the fucking reflection. You could show up with presence and do this and capture this in real time. Be fucking sufficient, man. Like, I'm dropping all the fucking mirrors, man. I gave you all the fucking mirrors, man. This is literally bottom of those fucking wicks. Break and retest. Look, this is, I didn't fucking post the video. Look. The mirror I dropped you played out. I posted the video. Oh, you didn't post that? Well, I posted the video. It fucking worked. I posted the video. It showed up. The mirror fucking showed up. Show up with presence. Take the fucking trade. Green, red, green. Higher support. Break and retest. Higher support. Break and retest. Listen, man. We are the fucking best. Join our group. Print money. You can transform. You could change your whole fucking life inside of our fucking group, man. So many people have transformed inside of our group. So many people have evolved within our group, man. I'm telling you, the evolution has been amazing. Just look throughout my evolution. Go back, watch the videos made years ago. The evolution is fucking amazing, man. This is amazing. Like I said, in terms of, I love what I do in my career, but man, I'm living life. There's so much more to just trading. There's so much more, man. But I'm turning trading into a way of life. Like literally trading. I'm turning literally my life to a way of trading. Like I said, man, I figured it out. I become the mirror. Now the market is like a mirror. It's fucking amazing. I'm viewing the market like differently as well, and it's fucking working. I'm viewing the videos differently as well. Like everything is just fucking amazing, man. Like I'm telling you, man, if you join our group, you're going to fucking love it. You're gonna have a great experience. But it's your choice if you want to make that experience as secure as possible by going to your user settings. You could disable DMs and all that shit. Like I said, in terms of me, right? I don't do DMs. I don't do DMs. I don't get involved with the background noise, right? This is our world. This right here, this is our fucking world, right? But whatever goes on outside of that fucking world, in terms of the DMs and all that shit, not involved with, man. Not fucking involved with. Even if someone in here was DM or something, not fucking involvement. We do not get involved with DMs. I encourage members to not get fucking involved with DMs. We have the secured private group chat, and then G1 and I, we talk within the chat, answer members' questions, right? But if you're going to be involved in a community, in a network, I'm telling you, if you're involved and it's not a custom platform and there's DMs, that's it's part of your responsibility to make it secure. Look into your user settings. Don't get bullshit notifications. You could turn off DMs. You could turn off friend requests and all that shit. You can make it secure. It's your user experience. Like I said, certain things are out of our fucking control. If it's not like our own custom platform, if it's on Discord or something like that, it's a little bit different, and the user has to take their responsibility on that overall experience too. We do the absolute best of our abilities, to where we are in terms of like, to where we are right now. It's on Discord, right? So, like I said, likely in the future, we likely will have a custom platform, but this is what we're doing right now, man. This is what we're doing right now on Discord. Don't get fucking scammed, man. I'm telling you, we're on a level so fucking high. It's like the fucking scammers, they're gonna evolve in different fucking ways. That's what's just, man, the fucking that's just, it's just crazy, man. Like I've seen someone posted messages of a fucking bot and all this shit, and I was just reading these fucking messages. I'm saying, dude, these people are making fucking AIs of me based off what I'm saying in the fucking videos. It's just fucking people, man. People these fucking days, man. It is what it fucking is, man. But like I said, man, I gotta get back. I gotta get back. I'm heading back to my secure private organization, and got a lot of things to do. So I'm gonna be signing off, man. I would really encourage you, if you're looking for a real-time zero-day options trade alert system and the best community on the planet and the best secure private network, to join us, man. I'm fucking telling you, groups at all-time fucking highs. Like I said, I didn't even post with so many members fucking join, man. I mean, the members who joined, I'd assume that they were buying calls at the auto buy zone. I'd assume that they looked at the mirror that I gave them, they made money, and then they realized, wow, this works. I just made money. Now I can join the group for free because I made the money. I can invest into myself before I even joined the group because I fucking listened and I looked at the fucking mirror. And then I'd assume that's what they did, but not everybody wants to do that. That's why we don't get 2,000 people to join every single day, because not everyone wants to become self-sufficient, wants to put the work in, wants to make money, wants to level up before they join the group. I'd assume that's why someone doesn't join, or I don't know, like maybe they're just not looking for, the best trading alert system on the fucking planet and the best secured private network on the planet, who's mastering the best fucking system on the fucking planet with the best asset class of zero-day options. That's on them. But I'm telling you, we have the best fucking group on the fucking planet. When you are ready, I strongly recommend and encourage you to invest into your fucking self. The time is now, especially if you're already fucking trading. If you're already fucking trading, the time is now. Literally just fucking join, man. The time is absolutely fucking now, man. I'm telling you, man. So, we're going to absolutely fucking crush it, man. And that's another thing for those of you who do study my material and learn it. You should to an extent already know in terms of some of the things that I'm going to be saying and stuff like that, because this is literally becoming to a point. It's a fucking mirror. This went from like history repeating itself, now fucking mirror, man. This went from capturing trends, capturing history itself. Like, this is a mirror, man. I'm telling you. You can look at the market as a mirror, and then you can literally, someday you can become a fucking mirror, man. I went through so many, man, what it fucking takes to become a fucking mirror. Oh my gosh. What it takes to become a mirror, man. That's another lesson, man. That's another lesson, what it takes to become a mirror. It takes a fucking lot, man. It takes a lot to become a mirror. So, like I said, guys, it's the first thing down below in the description. I strongly recommend that you join our group. This is the best time you can possibly join our group. The frequency, the vibration, spirituality, frequency, the vibration, heightened awareness, heightened vision, everything, man. We are at all-time fucking highs. The presence, the stillness. Oh my gosh, man. I'm telling you, man, like this is, man, everywhere I go, I've been looking, man. It's like recently, like everywhere I've been going, man, graduations everywhere. And I see how in certain ways, I've graduated, and now like I'm embodied into it. Like this is on a very high level, and I'm gonna keep on leveling up, man. I'm embodied into this. Like this is who I am, and I'm gonna keep on evolving, man. This is fucking amazing, man. I'm telling you what it takes to get to this certain point in life. It takes a lot, and it takes time, So it's the first thing down below in the description. If you want to trade alongside us and join us, the results are here, man. Every single fucking day, man. I'll speak for himself. Look at this. I fell asleep on 6 puts, woke up to the money. You see this? This right here, 3:54 p.m. Uncle DF, man. This guy's an absolute legend. He's been with us for years, man. He's aligned. You see what I'm saying, man? G-Roar, same type of move. He did the puts, and then all of a sudden got out when they went deep in the money. And then Uncle DF, he did the same thing, man. Same thing, 456% profit return. Look at that. It's fucking amazing, man. I'm telling you. Members in here is absolutely amazing, man. I love to see it. I love to see when people are in alignment. Love to see connections. I love to see it, man. It's absolutely beautiful, man. I'm telling you, becoming a mirror, man. Becoming a mirror is it's amazing, man. So yeah, it's the first thing down below, within the description. If you want to join us, trade alongside us, print with us, level up in all fucking realms, man. I'm leveling up in some working, being in this group, working with the people I work with, leveling up all kinds of different ways, man. Like I said, some people say trading's life. Like I'm putting my life into trading. I'm putting my life into trading. I'm not just trading. I'm putting the mirror I become into trading. I'm putting so much. We're creating something so unique, so different, so rare, so sacred, something untouchable, unreachable, stillness, presence, holding a frequency, and it's interesting to see, man. It's interesting to see when you hold a frequency and someone walks into your field. And what happens? Do they rise up with you? Do they stay still in your presence? Do they come back? It's just interesting. Do they come into your field? Do they come back into your field? Do they rise up with you in your field? It's just interesting, man. Evolution is just so interesting. It's just so interesting to see it, how it happens. Because like I said, I'm holding a frequency, and it's just interesting to see in terms of when someone walks into that field, because like I said, some people walk into the field and it's different for every person, and it's just interesting to see how this is, man. And man, G-Roar and I, and the connection we have, and it's just everything's just been it's just interesting to see over time, man, how it just everything just turns, how everything grows, how things transform, just evolution, everything. It's just very interesting, man. So if you want to join us, is the first link down below within the description. With that being said, I'm going to be signing off.